Hey guys, it's Katherine from Katherine Motivates here, and today I decided to change things up a little bit and bring you to this little secret spot that I take my dogs to on the weekends. I'm not feeling so well. I decided to power through as the show must go on, and that is sort of the reason to change things up. When you're not feeling so well, just go full force, and I'm gonna just manifest getting better. But I wanted to take you here because it has a beautiful scene of Boston. Behind me is UMass Boston, and then also Boston's skyline. The unfortunate thing is that the sun is beaming in my eyes right now, and the airplanes are coming over like pretty much every 30 seconds. So I don't think it's very practical to finish the video here. So we're gonna continue back at home on set. But today's topic, goal setting. Making resolutions for yourself, leveling up to your highest potential, and what will get you to stick to those resolutions and goals. So before we get to that, please hit the like, subscribe, share the video with as many people as possible because it absolutely helps the channel. Thank you so much. Here we are back on set where there's no airplanes taking over the whole sound. So let's get into our topic of today, goal setting, New Year's resolutions, some of the most important things that you can do for yourself in your life are goal setting and resolutions. And it doesn't matter what time of year that you want to do this. I actually think it's really important to take inventory throughout the year, say every month or whatever you think of it, to kind of assess where you're at in your life and where can you improve upon and where can you level up to meet that highest potential. But we are just around the corner as I'm filming this from 2020. So let's take today as an opportunity to talk about New Year's resolutions and goal setting. One area where I feel like people go wrong when setting goals and making resolutions is setting the goal too high. Setting the bar too high for themselves. People often will go from they attempt to go from 0 to 100 in the space of a week. So someone who hasn't been going to the gym for a year, they might say to themselves, okay, I'm going to start a new gym plan and I'm going to go 5 days a week. That's not practical. It's very difficult to go from going to the gym 0 days a week to now going to the gym 5 days a week. Like, do you understand what a big life change that is for you? The point of setting goals and setting resolutions is so that you can actually follow through with them and attain them. It's the same thing with people who want to go on diets. They go very extreme very often. I'm going to eat all salads and lean protein and water, and that's it. That sounds awful. Why would you do that to yourself? And again, you're going from eating everything and anything to doing this complete 180, and now all of a sudden you're just going to live like a bunny rabbit? I mean, that's no fun. And in no time, you're going to not want to do that. You're going to lose your motivation for doing it because it sounds boring, it is boring, and it's just not feasible. So point in all of this is to make your goals and your resolutions attainable. Keep them reasonable. Make them balanced. So for example, someone who hasn't been going to the gym and you want to start a new gym regimen, make a promise to yourself, hey, I'm going to start out going 2 times a week. And if I can fit in more time, even better. But 2 times a week, you can do it. I think that's very reasonable. With your diet, hey, instead of ordering out at work, I'm going to start bringing in a nice salad and some fruit and drink water instead of, loading up on coffee all day. And then when you come home, you can eat whatever you want for your dinner. I mean, preferably not, like a steak and cheese sub or a pizza every night. But you don't have to go completely strict and have another salad and more lean protein and more fruit. No, you've already had that. So now you can live a little bit and enjoy food. That's what it's for. But again, balance is key. And I think that implementing a salad into your life every day is a really good idea. But once you've eaten that salad, it's out of the way, and now you can, eat whatever you want. I mean, I personally have implemented a few different goals and resolutions into my life over the past couple of years. And it was triggered actually by some not so nice things happening. All in the space of a month, about 2 years ago. My cat passed away on my birthday, which was really nice. My boyfriend at the time and I, of 4.5 years, broke up that same week. That was, I think, the day after the cat passed away. 4 months after that, my dog passed away, who I had also had for 12 years. And then that summer, my rock, who had gotten me through all this stuff, my best friends, my next door neighbors, they moved away. So my world as I know it was just completely shattered. The rug was swept from under me. But I knew that as much as that sucked, and as much grief and sadness and crying that I had to deal with for a good year after that, I knew that the universe had something better in store for me, and that's why this was happening. Because sometimes when things are too comfortable, you'll just stay in that one spot, and your soul won't grow, and you won't grow, and you won't mature, and you won't end up fulfilling the purpose that is for you in this life. Life's short. We're all going to go one day. So you're here, as long as you're breathing, you're here for some reason. And the universe will make sure that you know what that reason is. So that's how I interpreted all those bad things happening. So along with the grief and the crying and the, oh my God, what is next? Will I ever meet someone again? Will I ever meet a group of friends again? And things were looking kind of dull. But I used the time also to work on myself and to implement some healthy habits. One of them was to change my eating habits. I was pretty bad about eating pizza almost every day. So I have a dog walking business, and I go around in my van and I pick the dogs up, and we all go to the park for playgroup. And I drop them all off again. So I spent a lot of time in my car. So I wasn't preparing meals to take on the road with me. I was just stopping and grabbing a slice of pizza and a Pepsi, probably 4 or 5 times a week. It was a lot. Or a chicken parm sub, or whatever I felt like that day. My eating habits were horrible. So I made a point to start bringing salads to work with fruit and water. And once I started doing that, I was saving money, first of all. And second of all, I started feeling so much better, and my skin started glowing. And so that right there was great motivation for me. I'm like, oh my God. So here we are about 2 years later, and I'm still doing that. And I'm doing that because I felt the results of it, and it also became a habit. That's another thing. 21 days of doing something creates a habit. So, get over that first hurdle, that first month of your new goal and your new resolution. And then you're much more apt to stick with it because it is a habit in your head and you automatically start thinking of it. And the next thing I did was implementing a fitness class into my usual routine. I started doing spin classes because I used to ride my bicycle outside maybe once every 2 weeks. One day it was raining and I said, let me try a spin class. Well, the first day I became addicted. And then I started seeing the results in my body. I just turned 40 a couple of weeks ago, and I'm in the best shape of my life than I've ever been before. I now take 2 spin classes a week. I do yoga as much as I can. And I'm also out with the dogs. But that's not much. I'm sort of just putting around with them, throwing the ball. But I feel fantastic. And that is definitely a huge encourager to keep going with this. But I have to tell you guys that another thing that is even way more powerful than the results motivating me to stick with these new routines was listening to motivational content. I've been listening to Joel Osteen I've probably been listening to Joel for 6 years now. And I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person. But I don't care what you are, Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, Protestant, Buddhist. It doesn't matter, because the message, the positive message is what's important. So I don't pay attention to the whole religious aspect of what he's saying. He does take a lot of examples out of the Bible, but they're always very positive and uplifting and motivational messages. And those messages have gotten me out of a lot of dark times. Another thing that I often listen to, which is on YouTube, is Motiversity. It's Motiversity. They combined motivation and university. Motiversity has the best uplifting motivational speeches that you will listen to. They're very powerful. They're very hype. You know, oftentimes if we were to depend on our own minds and our own thoughts for motivation, good luck. Because if you were to do that, you wouldn't really get anywhere, right? The mind tends to go to really dark places pretty often. And it's a natural thing. It's biological. It's only because our minds have not caught up with the lifestyle, the safe lifestyle that we have created for ourselves. We are still subconsciously living in a mindset of, oh my God, I have to watch out for that animal. Or when I wake up in the morning, oh my God, is there going to be like a bear waiting for me outside of my living area? It's fight or flight. That's the mindset that your mind is naturally in. So you do have to fight that. But being aware of it is the key. And when you are aware of it, tune into Motiversity, tune into Joel Osteen, tune into Wayne Dyer. Eckhart Tolle is great for mindfulness. Anything that is uplifting. Anything that's going to help you to get out of that dark mindset. And trust me, it works. You're talking to somebody who's dealt with an anxiety disorder for 15 years. When anxiety is at its worst, you're low. Like, you have no endorphins in your brain. It's awful. It really is awful. But coming from someone who's been at their lowest of low, telling you that this stuff works, trust me, this stuff works. And you want to know something at the end of the day? You are worth it. Do not sell yourself short. I want you setting goals that are going to bring the best out in you. Setting goals that you can accomplish and you will accomplish. Follow through with those goals. You owe it to yourself. Listen to the motivation. Keep listening to the motivation. Keep listening to it, because that's what's going to keep you going. Again, you deserve it. You're worthy of it. And I want you to reach your highest potential while you're on this earth. Because what the hell else are you doing, honestly? Happy New Year to you. Once again, please hit the like, subscribe, share the video with as many people, as it really helps out the channel. And I look so forward to seeing you next year.